So there's mainly two ways for you to improve performance on Hyprland without having to dabble into settings that are too complicated, okay? Now, one way is going to be using a tool called Auto CPU Freq, okay, Auto CPU Frequency, or another way is to be using a tool called Power Profiles Daemon, which is going to give you this little tool over here, which allows you to switch between different power modes. So right now I have performance, I can change to power saver, or I can change to balanced. Now, this Power Profiles daemon is the same daemon, or is the same backend that's being used in GNOME or KDE whenever you open the panel over here and then you change the power profile that you're basically using. Each of those has their pros and cons, right? If you want more granular, fine-grained control, go with Auto CPU Freq. And if you want slightly less control, but you just want things to be done with and dusted so that you don't have to worry about configuring or doing anything of the sort, then you can go with Power Profiles Daemon because it streamlines things and then automates it and then makes it just much more feasible for the average beginner to use. Now, I will be showing you each of the two. To get started with Auto CPU Freq, or you know what, I'll actually start with Power Profiles Daemon because I already have that enabled. So I'll show you how to install that first, and then we'll go over to Auto CPU Freq. Okay, now first of all, what you're supposed to do is look up Power Profiles Daemon. And this S, by the way, is an alias that stands for yay-ss, capital S, lowercase s. So when I type in S, it basically searches for a given package. Here, I have already installed the Power Profiles daemon. So it makes Power Profiles handling available over dbus, right? That's the description that they give it. And once you enable this, it's pretty simple to actually just get it up and running. If you're on a desktop, it's just set it and forget it when it comes to Power Profiles daemon. You never have to touch it again, basically. All you have to do is type in Power Profiles daemon, or Power Profiles CTL, actually, that's the name. Power Profiles CTL. Okay, now if we look here, performance is the currently selected power profile. We can do a bunch of different stuff with this utility. If we look at the help section, we have list, get, set, and then that's pretty much it. The rest of it, we don't have to worry about too much at all. Now, if we type in power profiles list, we'll get this list, performance, balance, and power saver. If we get the current power profile set, it's going to be performance. If, let's say, we wanted to set it to a particular power profile, we just have to type in, for example, power saver. And then once you do that, this icon changes accordingly because it's tied to the same backend, which is Power Profiles daemon. Now I can use this to change, you can use this toggle in Waybar over here to change the currently used profile, which in turn changes the profile that's going to be displayed over here. So it was supposed to display power saver when I'd selected power saver over here, but it doesn't. Instead, it shows performance. Now that is pretty sweet. Great. Now, that's basically all you need in order to use Power Profiles daemon. Let's say that you wanted to configure it in Waybar, just like I have over here. And by the way, if you want to know how to make a Waybar config that has this control along with everything else, not to mention support for a custom theme switcher like this one, basically I have a certain list of themes that I can choose from, and no matter what time of day it is, I can choose whichever theme I want and switch between them depending on how I feel. Now, best part about this theme switcher is it basically adapts to every single part of my system. Let's say I have the terminal open, and then I have this open, okay? My text editor, doesn't matter if I change the theme to something like Nord Docker, it's going to adapt, right? It changes the theme over here as well as here. I can also open another app. Let's say I open Virtual Machine Manager. This is a GTK3 app, and so when I change the theme again, watch what happens. There you go. It changes the theme for every single app that I've configured automatically all at once. So if you want to know how to do this, go ahead, click the first link in the description. I save you hours and hours, days, weeks, months of time that it took me to configure this so that you don't have to go through the same thing. So if you're smart, you want to save time, go ahead, click the first link in the description. However, if you just want to suffer through whatever I did in order to achieve this, you're welcome to. Okay, you can watch 50 different fluffy YouTube tutorials online, suffer the same way that I did. However, if you're smarter and you want to skip the bad stuff, get straight to the good stuff, you know where to go, right? First link in the description. Now, back to what I was talking to you about regarding Waybar. Now let's go over to github.com, Alexei's Waybar wiki. And here we should have a section for Power Profiles daemon. Now, if we look for Power Profiles daemon, we see it over here. Very simple. You just click on that. look at the compact display, which is default config. And what you want to do is open your Waybar config file. Here it is. And just copy this thing, paste it somewhere over here, which I already have. So if I look for Power Profiles Daemon, it's already pasted here. Okay, all it's displaying is the icon, and then the tooltip format is going to be power mode, and then it'll display the profile. That's it. And then for the different little modes that we have over here, we're just going to choose the icons that we're going to display. And apart from that, we just add it into either modules left, center, or right, and then we're done. That's all you have to do in order to configure Power Profiles Daemon. So that's one of the simplest ways that you can actually get started with unlocking even greater performance on Hyprland. Okay, and that's even without touching any of the Hyprland settings by default. Okay. As a bonus, I'll show you how to meddle with some Hyprland settings as well at the end. So if you want to know what that is, just go ahead and stick around. And by the way, if you want more content like this, just feel free to subscribe. It's completely free and you don't have to do anything else. So you want more content like this, you want to see more like this in your feed, hit subscribe. Okay, now once that's done, let's actually go over to Auto CPU Freq GitHub so I can show you how to install this. So you click on this link, and then once we do that, we should be brought to this website, which is Automatic CPU Speed and Power Optimizer for Linux. That's perfect. Great. Now, let's see. We have a bunch of different links here, right? Installing Auto CPU Freq. So let's go over here. Let's see here. Great. Now, for the AOR package, the AOR release package currently being maintained by blah, blah, blah. All that's done. Now, once we actually just install, okay, once we install Auto CPU Freq from the AOR, Auto CPU Freq, once we do this, okay, and here I've already configured chaotic AOR to also display Auto CPU Freq, which basically allows me to install this app without having to compile it. I've made a video on it in the past. You want to know that? You want to know more about that? You can just go ahead and check that out. But let's install Auto CPU Freq with I. So this is an alias for EA-S. Let's install that. And let's show you how this works. Now, you're actually going to want to use either Power Profiles Daemon or Auto CPU Freq because they're going to conflict with each other. They're trying to essentially control the same systems and the same little things and tweak the same things under the hood. So you don't want them to be conflicting against each other, which would probably not make for the best experience on Hyprland or on any system for that matter. So you want to use only one or the other. So in order for me to show you how this works, I'm going to disable Power Profiles Daemon. There should be a systemctl service. Systemctl disable Power Profiles Daemon. Power Profiles Daemon. Just type in the password. Okay, great. Now let's actually stop this because disabling it doesn't help. So we have to actually stop the daemon or the daemon. Ta-da! It's stopped. Now if we run Power Profiles CTL, it still says performance. But we have done everything that we can in order to stop this daemon, right? Yes, we have. So if we run systemctl status Power Profiles Daemon, it should say disabled, and yeah, as you can see, it's not active. Stopped Power Profiles Daemon, and then it's done. Deactivated successfully, so we're good. Great. Now, all we have to do is run systemctl enable --now Auto CPU Freq. So go all the way here, get rid of the comments, do this, enter the password. If you're not getting this password box, by the way, it's because you haven't configured PollKick correctly, which is something I show you how to configure in detail in the first link in the description, that program, Hyper Accelerator. So you want to know more about this box and the custom theme switcher, you can just go ahead, check that out. But yeah, now we have Auto CPU Freq enabled. We also have a GUI for Auto CPU Freq. So let's open that GUI and then see if it works. Sometimes the GUI works and then other times it doesn't. Okay, here we go. This is the GUI that we see, right? Here, we see our current CPU stats. So the maximum frequency that my Intel i3 1005G1 CPU at base clock 1.2 gigahertz supports is 3.4 gigahertz and 0.4 gigahertz. Minimum and maximum frequency respectively. So right now, it's operating at around 2.7 gigahertz, but then it keeps going down sometimes. Now what you want to do is just set this governor override to performance. And of course, type in the password. Sometimes it's going to give you an ANR. You just want to wait, type in the password. Once you do that, okay, once you set the governor to performance, it says current governor performance, and then just check the details over here. Setting to use performance governor, warning, governor overwritten using force flag, setting to use performance. Okay, all that's done. Look at CPU usage. Turbo boost is on. Now, just notice the frequency. I don't know what it is, but it feels like things got like 10 times smoother, so that's nice, I guess. Yes, the animations do seem to be getting a little bit smoother. That might just be the placebo effect, but story for another day, right? Yeah, as you can see, yup, every single CPU core over here has been increased to the max and to the moon, and as you can see, that's being reflected in terms of the frequency. Right now, the frequency is actually going down because there's not that much stuff to do, but then if, let's say, I were doing some compilational activities, let's say I was compiling a program, or I was doing something else that was extremely CPU or just basically intensive of the computer itself, then the frequency would ramp up way, way higher and then just be at 3400 megahertz for every single core, which means that you'd be extracting maximum performance out of it. Number 4, I don't think it was this smooth, including the theme switcher. Let's see how that does. Okay, now that's buttery smooth. There you go. Yup. This is butter. This is quite effectively buttery smooth. I don't think... Okay, before trying this out, I don't think my computer has ever been this smooth. So yeah. Right now, the best little tool to use in order to drastically improve performance has to be Auto CPU Freq. So there you go. Little pro tip for you there. Let's switch back to the normal theme. Night Fox. Look at that transition. What a beauty. Okay. Now, let's close this. We still have a couple more little tweaks that we can make when it comes to Auto CPU Freq. So we've already installed it using the command we used earlier when it comes to systemctl. Great. Now, is there anything else? So monitor and see suggestions. Let's do that. Let's see what we got. Okay, let's run sudo auto CPU Freq. And here, okay, here, detected running GNOME power profiles daemon services. It might interfere, automatically disabled, blah, blah, blah. Great. Okay. Great. So basically what this warning is saying, what this warning is telling us is this app, okay, Auto CPU Freq is just going to disable Power Profiles daemon and then take over until we actually remove Auto CPU Freq from our system. So that's liberating. We don't have to worry about it ourselves. Only necessary to be manually done on slab package installs is this. Now, okay, great. Let's hit enter. Here seems like we have some errors. That's no problem. Seems like some power supply errors. Apart from that, we don't seem to have any other errors, so that's nice. And let's see if there's anything else. Nope. That seems to be it. So we can just press Ctrl C to exit out of that. See if there's anything else. Okay, now you can run it with --live to monitor and make temporary suggested CPU optimizations. And you can update it, remove, force, config if you want to config. For the config, we should actually have a section over here. Config. Yep. Now this is NixOS stuff. Let's actually go down. Yeah, here it is. Post installation, we can configure Auto CPU Freq, right? This tool should actually be a video all on its own, but now that I've shown you the basics of how you can actually use Auto CPU Freq to do stuff on your computer, that should be it for this video. Okay, great. If you want to know how to make a custom theme switcher like this, along with a hell of a lot more, just as I mentioned earlier regarding the password box of Polkit and whatnot, go ahead and click the first link in the description. I show you exactly how to do it without having to jump through 50 different loopholes and basically trash YouTube videos that don't actually teach you anything. All stuff that I did as I first got started rising Hyprland. If you loved the video, hit subscribe. If you loved it and you want to see more like this, hit like. Do both, boost the algorithm, and I will see you next time. Stay rising.